13th, 2021. Never got a call from a guy a few towns down. Probably a 25-minute ride. It's pretty much at the limit of my driving area. I guess he's got a Riello burner, and there's not a lot of guys in his area that work on him from what he said, so he wants me to go see if I can go down there and service his burner. Because it needs to be cleaned out. It's been a couple of years, and so it's like a it's about a 25-minute ride, which, you know, half an hour ride is usually what I like to stay around. I don't like to go any further than that. That's just me. Keep it, you know, keep it local, because I got this big truck, and it's not really a highway unit. It's not really designed. I carry a lot of weight in this thing, and I try to keep it local, you know. But anyway, I'm on my way there now. Anyway, we'll try to get you some shots when I get there. He said it's definitely a Riello burner. So, I got no issues with Riello burners. I think they're a good unit. And I have the parts I need in the truck to fix it if it breaks. For the most part, I have most of the stuff. But
turn left on Bond's Corner Mall Road. Then take the ramp on the right.
Like dry gas,
yeah,
and like injector cleaner in the tank, and I also added a seal for the cap that goes to the tank at one point.
well, the problem is sometimes these
Because there was ice in it.
what do you mean ice?
In the filler cap for the tank, I saw like there was water getting in.
Oh, yeah.
So I ended up putting I made like a seal, although it's not the right kind of rubber and it degraded.
Sometimes what happens is water runs off the roof and dumps into the pipe, you know?
Right.
Or it's rotted. The pipe going into the foundation sometimes will rot. Seen that before.
Oh, no shit. Yeah, sure. Luckily, this one doesn't go through the foundation. It just goes through the base, like, board of the, through the wood, you know? But they can still rot there, too, I imagine. If there's presence of water, right?
I don't like the idea of having the overhead line on this thing. I mean, that's just kind of...
No, dude, when I moved in and I went around the house with the house inspector before buying it, he mentioned that, and I thought of that. Was like, what? You know what I mean? Because you know, I work on cars and do diesel conversion and stuff. You don't want to make it any harder to purge the line than you have to.
Right.
And is there any way to make it quieter? Because like I said, the bedroom above the heater, when it's on, it's like, it sounds like a, jet engine's firing up on the tarmac.
Yeah, unfortunately. This is what it is.
Wonder if there's a way to put like a air filter, like an inline car air filter on there that has an air box.
Well, it should be pretty quiet the way it's set up. It's got makeup air and everything on it.
Yeah, I'm just saying like that. Maybe it's just the air coming out of the house, but I swear it sounds like a jet engine.
Really?
Oh yeah. It wake you up, and then it's been stressing me out because when the heat runs for no freaking reason in the middle of the night, you know what I mean? Like it wakes me up because I'm thinking of the money I'm wasting. Here, I'll take it.
Should I leave it right there?
Should I give it a wipe or anything?
If you want.
Okay.
Nothing but the best for this neighborhood, right?
Well, it's just...
Open it up. Let's see what we got here. You work on VWs, yeah?
Yeah.
I used to have one back in the day.
Awesome. What year? Like a rabbit or a beetle?
A Beetle.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're... Oh, yeah.
That was my first car.
That's the... Yeah. Was it a good car for you?
It was alright. I mean, I bought it. I got it off my first girlfriend's grandfather, and I had to put a motor in it. And
yeah.
it was one of them deals, you know.
Well, they didn't last as long back then because they didn't even have real oil filters. You know? And if you didn't change or adjust the valves every 3,000 miles, they would start to run like crap.
My father, you know, my father was the type where he wanted you to make your own way in life, you know?
That's how my father was, yeah.
Kids now, I mean, he buy them cars and shit, and back in the day, it was like, well, go. He said to me, well, I could buy you a car, but I'd rather have you do it yourself.
You see, when I was I'm going to be 40 in a couple. You had to go to college. All the guidance counselors, they drilled it in your head. You're going to be a loser if you didn't go to college.
Really?
So, oh yeah. So, because the colleges are making bank. Look at now. How many people are in debt with college debt, and they're never going to have a job that they went to school for?
Yeah.
Well, it happens a lot. So that's why there's been guys like Mike Rowe trying to push the whole trades thing. You know, trades aren't a bad way. You know, you can go to school for a short amount of time, make more money when you get out.
Yeah, you can do all right with the trade.
Well, what happened with me was I'm going to college. I bought a Volkswagen Golf with money I had saved up, and started commuting to school. And I didn't really see a future with what I was doing in school. But I enjoyed working on my Golf, and I'd already grown up about working on stuff. And after not too long,
it's electrical cord on the bottom here. I gotta unplug it.
I started working on.
You can make a living at it, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking coal's coming. You ain't got the Corona, do you?
No, sir.
I want that shit.
Nope. I actually had it last year in February.
Oh, this thing's clean as a whistle, guy.
No way.
Yeah, take a look in there. Can you see in there?
It's been years since it's been serviced.
Clean.
How though?
Can you see it? Look in there.
Let me see.
Clean.
So what? Why is the heat?
Well, the nozzles probably needs to be changed and stuff. I mean,
yeah.
But this part's all clean.
Really? You know?
Yeah, definitely all. I don't need to pull it apart, so.
The efficiency has dropped. It was running more often than not. You know what I mean? It'll run. It'll run twice as long as it used to run to get the same amount of heat in like the boiler for the hot water. So, I'm not sure if that's the furnace efficiency being off or if it's something to do with the
Could be airbound. Could be getting paranoid for no reason.
No, I keep pretty close, track of how long it runs. I can tell. You know what I mean? I don't have to sit there with the stopwatch.
Well, let me change a nozzle on it.
Yeah.
And check out what we got for oil flow. If we're getting good oil flow, we don't have to play around with the filter. Because this overhead line could be a bitch to bleed.
Right.
Like I said.
Yeah, it hasn't done that coughing.
If I'm getting a good oil flow out of the pump, that means the filters are still good. We can.
I understand. Yeah, because like I said, it's been a couple years since it's done that.
We're gonna definitely pull the nozzle out.
I would have assumed you would have found a bunch of ash in there or something.
No, look good.
So what the hell? I went over here and turned around
If it was running sooty, it'd be full of soot. Believe me.
Okay.
You gonna get the shot?
Yeah. Like I said, I have the antibodies. I've already been tested for it. I had it before what was going on.
How did you do it with it? You did all right with it?
Oh yeah, I'm the healthy guy, But I tell you what, it was the worst I've been sick in years. And the most messed up part was the losing your sense of taste, At first I was wondering why the hell all the food I was trying didn't taste good. You know what I'm saying? And
Weil Mclain, what a piece of shit this thing is.
Really?
Yeah.
It sucks. So it's like putting a friggin' Ferrari engine in a friggin' Beamer or something.
I wouldn't call this a Ferrari.
No, I'm saying the Riello burner.
I'd call this a fucking
Fiat.
Fiat, yeah. Well,
I thought the Riellos were nice though.
yeah, they're good burner, yeah.
A shitty car.
Yeah, they're alright. I mean, it's like anything else. Some guys love them. I shouldn't be picking on them.
So it's clean in there. It's been
Definitely not no prom queen.
It's been a couple years since it's been, you know, serviced.
We gotta change the nozzle for sure, so
All right.
let's do that.
Ay, caramba. I really, how do I purge the air out of the engines? If there is air.
There's purge stations over here. Let's get this apart and see what's going on with it.
So I'm assuming that's all those different
It's
valves.
kind of weird. It's got a vacuum switch on it right here. It's kind of an odd. Usually you don't see that on these.
It's got a vacuum switch?
Yeah, see this vacuum switch?
No, I'm curious.
Usually you don't see that vacuum switch on these units.
Put my mask back on here. I only took the mask off just so I could be more, you know, clear talking to you, and that's why I stood far back. Okay?
Yeah, I don't want to get.
Oh no, I don't want to get you sick, my friend. That's not why I
tell
called you up
people,
here.
you know, if I'm gonna come in the house, wear a mask.
Yep.
Yeah, see the vacuum switch kind of.
Oh, that's what this is here, eh?
Like in the way.
Huh.
Most of them don't have that.
Yeah.
But this is one of them high efficiency units, you know.
Gotcha.
Got to reinvent the wheel.
Well, it's definitely lost its efficiency.
It's got a special.
A big relay? Is that a double throw relay?
Got a relay on the bottom there.
Yeah.
Nothing but the best.
That relay looks like it's soldered on, for crying out loud.
Should just take that off of there, get it out of my way.
At least it's a Phillips screw, yeah. No torques.
You want to work on this thing, or you want me to work on it?
I'm just curious, that's all. It's nothing I've ever worked on before. I'm not planning on it. It runs pretty good. I just don't like not knowing about stuff, you know? That's all.
Yeah, it's kind of a queer spot to have that vacuum switch right in my way. Sure enough, right?
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, sure enough.
Murphy's Law, right?
Put it right in my way. Let me get it out of the way. Yeah, there we go.
And where is it sensing vacuum? That's the strange part.
Well, if it's full, it's probably going into the burner. If it's full of soot, it ain't gonna fire. Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah, I haven't measured like the time that the intervals it runs for. Like just after living here for so long, I can tell you for a fact it's running twice as long. You know?
Well, let's look what the nozzle looks like. Let's take one thing at a time here. I mean, the nozzle's gonna be changed once a year anyway.
And the thermostat on the tank is set at 120.
Yeah, got the soot on there.
Let me see.
See the soot on the head?
Oh yeah, of course. Like, oh, those I don't have those fucking nozzles. Blah blah blah.
Well, I got the nozzles. That's not a
metric,
problem.
all this shit, you know. I was like, come on, guy.
They took one look at this Weil Mclain. Fuck that thing. That's what they did.
Yeah.
That was kind of like my first impression.
Oh no! I love it. No, I love the candidness, man. I really do. That's why I got so many, you know, loyal customers to say the least, because I don't BS them, you know. I tell them straight up. Like, listen, this thing's a piece. I try to tell people for now on, like, before they buy some used thing, bring it by and I'll save them all the trouble. You know, but... So...
Alright, so it's a little 65 in there, which is kind of small.
Is that the color it normally is, or is that varnishing?
Oh, that's not so bad.
Alright. Look at all that soot, though, yeah.
Could be worse.
You should see what I deal with on a diesel that's all loaded up.
Alright, so it's a 70. 65-70. This thing that actually calls for a 75. It says right there what it should be. It should be a 75. So they put a smaller one in there.
That could have something to do with it, eh?
Yeah. Should be running the 75-60 in there is what they should have.
Because like I said, ever since I've lived here, ever since they serviced it, the heat's never, you know, the hot water's never been that great. You have to crank up this temperature setting.
120's not hot enough. You gotta set at 120.
I turned it down.
Maybe it's in the shower valve that's bad. The shower valve might have to be adjusted. What kind of shower do you got upstairs?
Oh, it's old as hell. I don't even know.
Could it be that's not set right?
I couldn't tell you. See, the thing is, this is set at like 3.5, and it only goes up to 6.
Well, turn it up to 4 and see what happens. See if you get a little hotter water.
Well,
that's like a thermostat on the wall, you know?
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I turned it down so that I came down here one night at 3 in the morning because the freaking heat was running so long, telling it to. I looked at the switch here and it said hot water to me, and I'm like, I'm not running the shower or the.
No, but it's going to maintain water, so it's going to run, you know?
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah. Just when it runs for what seems like 10 minutes, it flips you out. Well, at least me. I'm just a miser when it comes to the oil.
So this thing's vented right outside of the house, which is good. So when we run it, we can see if it's blowing. You can see if it's blowing black smoke.
Oh yeah, when it had the water, or at least what I thought was air in the line or water in it or something, it was coughing white smoke, like unburned fuel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
That's when I put the diesel additives in the methanol, the water, the dry gas. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
What kind of diesel's in that truck you got out there?
It's what kind of motor?
Yeah.
Yeah, International 275, which is a 6-cylinder, which is probably the worst motor they ever made.
Oh no.
Yeah. They're no longer making it, and they're gonna discontinue it or something. Can't get parts for it or some shit.
But it's been reliable for you so far?
Not really. Thing's been a.
Oh, that sucks, man.
It's been a flipping money pit, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I hate to hear that. 80 Sprinter vans, or that's what I'm sort of looking at for my next vehicle.
I don't know. They say they're all money pits. I mean, that's what everybody tells me. You buy something else, it'll be another issue, right?
That's why I'm trying to buy an older Sprinter van before they put all the emissions crap on them. I'm looking at like between 2002 and 2006 if I can find one that ain't rotted out.
That's the problem around here is the chassis rot.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I got a friend that just moved to Florida. He wants me to come visit him. I said, you want me to come visit? I'll get a one-way ticket. Find me a freaking Sprinter van I can drive back.
Where does he live?
I moved to like West Palm area. Actually, Fort Lauderdale.
They say the Sarasota area is pretty nice for beaches and stuff. West Coast.
Yeah, the thing about, I've swam in the West Coast, you know, and actually swam with dolphins once off of...
Oh, you did?
But yeah, it was beautiful. But the water is like, it's like coffee colored, like a extra from Dunkin' Donuts. You know what I mean? It's always got this like coffee with milk in it color, and I don't really like that.
Oh, it's not clear?
No, not the beaches I went to where the dolphins were. You couldn't like, you couldn't like see them through the water unless you were right on them.
Really?
Yeah, but on the East Coast, the water's pretty clear. I lived on the East Coast, like Vero Beach, St. Lucie area.
Oh, maybe it was back when they had them oil spills and shit, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Could have been.
It might have just been the tide. Who the hell knows, you know? Might have been the beach we were at. But I remember the water being murky. And murky water always makes you a little weary.
Yeah. Let's see.
I like seeing what's in the water.
Well, that's back in. Nozzle's already in.
You're the man.
And I'll show you how to bleed this thing if you ever have to bleed it.
I really.
Oh, you jump out 5 and 6 there with a jumper, with the control off, and then when you turn it on, it calls. The motor will run so you could bleed this and nothing will fire, so you won't be pumping oil in.
Oh.
It comes in on red, and you jump out, red 5 and 6.
Gotcha.
But you have to be careful. The power's off, you don't get zapped, right?
Gotcha. Yep.
And then that's just going to continue to run once we...
Oh, because the thing that fires it is those prongs above there, right?
Well, that's just temporary. Like at the control off, it's not going to fire. This is just to run it to see what we get for oil flow. Okay.
No, I'm saying the connection on the cover there.
Okay, so I'm going to turn it on, and you're going to go turn some thermostats up upstairs.
All right.
Because I want to see what I get for oil flow here. See, it's got the overhead line. Yeah, it's got the air in it. It's got air in it for sure.
Remember the water?
Hey, it's not pulling?
Yeah. Remember the water thing I told you about?
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering if the filter stopped. Let me get
Alright, we're gonna have to change the filter. Let me see. I'm gonna do what we gotta do here now.
Electric pump.
That was my, you might as well check that filter. You said it was an issue, right?
I believe it could.
Good oil.
I'm here to make your life easier.
The idea of the thing not pulling, that sucks.
That might be what the issue is, you know? I'm not sure if we change oil without doing this filter. I'm not sure.
How long's it been since the filter's been changed?
Couldn't tell you.
Don't even know. Yeah, it's probably definitely due. Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Definitely mucky. Needs a new filter for sure.
Oh man. Look at the housing's all rusty too, is it? Or is it just the stuff stuck to it?
No, that's fine. I'll get a new filter in there. And...
if I need to take it to my sink to clean it better, I can.
No, I'm cleaning it right now.
Okay. It's not rust though?
No, that's fine.
Alright.
Just muck.
No kidding. You can use a cartridge filter like that.
Well, the other one did have some shit in it, so let's just change it. Put a brand new one in it, and hopefully we can pull a vacuum on it. Get the thing to pull.
Yeah, you need restrictions.
Overhead lines are always a problem with these Riellos. Always a problem.
What would it take for me to run a line around the perimeter?
Well, let me see if I can get it pulled. I might be able to do it with my pump thing there. Let me try. And if I can't, well then, we'll do it. We gotta go to plan B, right?
Yeah.
Usually, is an issue with them.
Yeah, I don't know who was the brainchild that had that idea.
Somebody's bright idea. Yeah, Riello's a weak vacuum. We got a good filter in there.
Yeah, if it was a diesel injection pump into that kind of pull, I would have to add electric assist, you know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of diesels have. A lift pump, they call it. Delivery pump.
I got that little vacuum pump thing. I might be able to pull it with that. I've done that before. Put it on a bleeder and pull it.
Oh no, that thing's cool. What's that?
That little pump thing I brought in from the truck.
Yeah, I've never seen one like that. That has to work with these fittings. It makes sense, yep.
Maybe.
See, with mine, it's just a, you know what a Mighty Vac is? It's like a hand vacuum pump.
No.
They sell them at like Harbor Freight.
Oh, really?
One of the nice brand tools they sell.
They got some decent stuff there. Some of the shit's okay there, right?
Yeah, you have to. You know, some of it just takes like a reusing. They save money by skipping processes like cleaning in between machining and stuff. Some of their air tools are just full of like metal bits and everything.
Hopefully this thing's getting a flow. Sometimes it's an issue with the oil, you know, coming out of the tank.
Oh, like it's clogged up.
Oh, we're gonna see if it gets.
Like it's an old tank or something.
We're gonna see. I mean, there might be a blockage in it. Thing's old, right?
Yep. That's what I was afraid of.
No, we're getting a flow.
All right, beautiful. Oh boy, I didn't think adding dry gas was a bad idea to get the water out of it.
Nah, I'll be all right. Do we put dry gas in there?
Yeah, like you would in a diesel or.
Oh yeah, in a diesel, not in a regular car.
Right.
Dry gas is for a car.
Well, you can put in a diesel too.
You can?
Oh yeah. When you make biodiesel, one of the components is methanol. It doesn't. It's not harmful when it's blended in. It's not enough to you know, cause a lubricity issue.
Getting all foggy in my glasses.
Yeah, it's the worst part about the mask.
So how long ago did you have the corona?
Over a year ago.
Oh, so you got the antibodies.
And I've been exposed to people with it and been fine. But when I was sick, oh my God, 2 weeks of being knocked out with it, not knowing what was wrong, because none of the cold medicine, flu medicine seemed to work.
So it really knocked the shit out of you.
Yep, and I tried working because as soon as I got it, I had been just taking on a big job, and I was midway through it when I got sick. And
Really?
I was knocked out for a day, and I called the guy and I told him what was.
Might have to. You got the thermostat turned up, right?
Yeah.
Might have to put my pump on that thing. Bitch.
Oh, I was feeling for you there, man.
See what I mean?
Yeah, the seals in that pump are sticky or something. I have the same problem with one of my pumps. I got brake fluid in it or something. It fucked the seals up.
Not easy being cheesy. Alright.
If I come across a roll of that shit and I have this basement cleared out, I'm running a perimeter line.
I would run a line down below. I mean, it's such a pain in the ass. If you don't have that pump, you're not going to pull it. Guarantee you.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yep.
That's one thing bad about Riellos.
The only other thing I could think to do would be to block the vent.
The fires now. Not easy.
Should I turn up that thermostat more?
Well, no, it takes 90 seconds for the zone to kick in, so. There she goes, fired up nice. The exhaust is right outside there, right? Yeah, my pump, without that pump, you ain't gonna pull it.
You know, the first thing I noticed doesn't smell as rich. Like it's not. There's less unburned fuel. You know what I'm saying? When this ran, it smelled kind of rich.
Whoa, you know what it was? It was probably air in the line. We got it primed now.
It would cough.
Well, the thing was, you know, not getting proper amount of fuel. It's not all full of soot, so.
Right.
I don't think it's that loud. You think it's loud?
From in the bedroom, what's coming out of the house is right behind your head.
Oh yeah, that's the problem. They shouldn't have put it right where you can't move your bedroom.
No, I could. It's worse than.
Yeah, you never want to have an air conditioner or a boiler right under your bedroom. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just don't want to keep the old lady up.
I just wonder.
It has to go out.
unimpeded?
Unfortunately. It's just how it is. Guy shouldn't have put it here. He should have moved it somewhere else. I mean, this thing, I don't think it's loud. New nozzle, clean burner head, boiler's clean, new filter at tank. This overhead oil line's not the greatest, not on the Riello. We got it primed, but without that pump, it wouldn't have worked, right? They should have ran the line along the ground, and that would have been a lot easier. But I'm surprised they did the overhead.
I asked the owner.
If you had a tiger loop here, it would be no problem.
Well, what does it take to put that in?
Well, you gotta put a 2-pipe system in it and all that.
Do I have to add another pipe?
You gotta turn this pump into a 2-pipe system into the tiger loop, and then the 1 pipe goes into the tiger loop. Because it pulls a 2-pipe through the tiger loop, and then it pulls good vacuum. I mean, as long as, you know, it could be pulled, I mean, once it's primed, it's okay, right?
Yeah.
Here, for the oil, just got 2 little check valves. Well, Miss Molly. Alright, yeah. I mean, running an oil line down low would have been so much better.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree.
But it might have been easier for him to do that. But now you're gonna struggle.
Yep.